been 3 years. 3 years rocking it. And I can't tell you how many times over these 3 years, either myself or El Rubio have been told by somebody, dude, you guys gotta go on Shark Tank. But as soon as that little seed was actually planted in our heads,
like, of course, we're gonna be getting on the show. We knew. As much as we believed in the business idea itself, we believed that we would be getting on the show. Each season, Shark Tank gets between 40 and 45,000 applications from hopeful entrepreneurs.
out of that 40,000, only about 150 companies are gonna make the show.
I think we did the math. The odds were something like 1/4 of 1%. So they were in our favor.
And bottom line, we knew no one else was us. No one has this idea. No one's doing it like we're doing it. And no one's got what we got.
At the casting call alone, there was almost 1,000 people there. Everyone has their idea and their pitch and they're peddling their products. And I mean, it was a huge line wrapping all the way around the back of the building. But that whole experience is well documented in our Shark Tank open casting blog post.
So from the open casting call in April till now, it's been a long road.
There were hundreds of hours put in, and it seemed like there were endless rounds of cuts, and time would go by and we didn't know what was going on for a little while. We just kept on going until we finally got that call.
Boys, you're gonna pitch to the Sharks.
Meanwhile, it was business as usual. Couldn't count on this coming through.
Our chips are all in on the Longhairs. They're not all in on Shark Tank, you know? Shark Tank's an opportunity. So there's an interesting dynamic there, how that plays out in your mind and how you have to deal with it.
The blog post was still due every single week. You know, we had to put a lot of emphasis and a lot of focus and a lot of time into the preparation, but we also had to keep the business running at the same time. And that was definitely a challenge. As part of our preparation for going on Shark Tank, we started a new fitness regimen together.
Hitting the iron bank every morning, 5:30 a.m., making our deposits for excellence.
It was more than just a fitness regimen. It was a commitment to each other. It was the discipline. It was the daily grind. It was putting the work in. It was not just preparing ourselves physically, but also mentally. It was part of the commitment to the team.
So our strategy was to intimidate the Sharks into a deal by our sheer size of bicep and these flowing heads of lettuce.
We practiced our pitch hundreds of times to the point where we knew each other's lines. If something happened, I could jump in for him or vice versa. We knew it like the back of our hands. We practiced so many times. It was a matter of repetition.
There probably hasn't been anything else in either of our lives that we have been better prepared for. We have been pitching our business for years to everybody who wants to hear it. But now this was the opportunity to pitch it when it really mattered.
No one has ever flat out said that this is a bad idea or you shouldn't pursue this, but you could often see it in people's eyes or you could hear it in their voice. Like, really? Hair ties? Yeah, really. Hair ties for guys. They're the finest men's hair ties in the world. So it came to the day of. We stayed there on a Sunday night. Our pitch was on Monday morning. Just because it had been the routine, we decided that we were gonna work out and hit the old meat locker that morning.
So we had a 4:30 a.m. freaking wake up call. We had stayed up the night before until like 11:30, 11:45, midnight. Just doing some final practices, talking to our producer one more time. Let's just say you know, it's not the best night of sleep you're ever gonna get in your life. Tons running through your head. So yeah, we head down to the hotel's little fitness center. We get our little station set up. We do a mean circuit. Hit this 10 times. Let's go. And while we're running through the circuit, you know what we did? Our pitch. Seriously, it was the best move we could have made.
Saying it while we were actually lifting like that, I think it gave us an extra level of confidence.
Not cocky, not overconfident, just knowing, hey, if we can nail it like that, when we're busting our ass this hard, we got nothing to worry about.
So it was a long morning. You know, we go over to the studio, we check in to our location, we go through hair, we go through makeup, we go through orientation, we go through final tips, we're with the group, we do our wardrobe checks, we do our audio, we do our sound checks, until we're finally over at the set and getting ready, and then we're in the hole, and then we're on deck, and then we're in the staging area. Finally, after all that, it was just me and my partner standing there on a carpet in front of these two double doors, the same double doors that you see. And there was only one guy left, and he told us, all right, when those doors open, that's your cue. We looked over at each other and we knew. We saw confidence in each other. And we heard the countdown.
5,
4,
3,
2.
1.
Those doors opened.
We walked down that hallway
We walked onto that stage.
and we pitched. Bam, 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 bam.